number one amongst them is Omen. Chaser and Sun on Omen. There is a 76.5% win rate for the character Omen at the AWC going into today. Chaser and Sun both play him extraordinarily well, and it's perfectly poised to do what Korea needs to do, which is penetrate into the backlines and shut down the North American damage dealers who are hiding there.
Well, let's see. North America going to start off the bans here with the Zenial. Korea going to be answering, of course, with the Superman on the red side.
Getting the Superman out of the way is good. I almost put Zenial in exactly the same category as Superman these days. A must ban for any fair matchup.
Well, for America, it's going to be Aram, our second ban coming out.
The Bald Eagle doesn't like people who have the ability to put it in a cage.
Literally also tigers and lions and beasts. You don't want. I don't think the eagle wants to mess with a kitty cat.
The analogy extends. Aram is very, very powerful, once again, particularly at shutting down individuals who want to be high mobility, want to be staying loose and fast.
I'm liking this from Korea because they've done their research. Pew loves to play the Lindis, and they're going to actually take it away from him. That was one of the key picks I wanted to look at for North America if they were able to secure the first pick.
Pew's Lindis play is absolutely spectacular, and it's not really played by the opposing marksman jungle player. Rush really favors Violet. Violet or Fennec are the two you're most likely to see. If North America wants to win, maybe you get that Violet over onto the NA side.
Wow, okay. North America, they got rid of Teamy, but I want to take a quick look at Korea because they were the ones to actually ban away the Omen.
We were talking up the Omens so much, they were actually terrified North America would pick it up as a first draft.
All right, now for North America. What do they want to go ahead and secure early? Crixie? You think that, or the Alice?
Crixie.
Crixie? You want to see Sleepy on the Crixie again?
I want to see 9,000 damage a minute again.
That was a little bit ridiculous. Had a great first showing on the hero. For North America, it could be a nice pickup, a nice power pick so far in the World Cup. They're going to go ahead and lock it in.
Crixie has an absurdly high win rate this World Cup. It's just skyrocketed, of course, with the last series, but here's that Violet we were talking up.
Yeah, Korea have been loving the Violet. Usually, for Rush in the jungle, he either likes to play the Slims or the Violet, and that actually dictates what support roamer is being run down on the bottom half of the map. This would be a little bit of a change-up, actually, because the Violet is often paired up with the Chugnar. Now, this time around, the Grok getting locked in.
Okay, North America have a choice to make. If you pick Alice, if you lock this in,
dangerous.
I agree. But the primary idea here for Korea is that they have the potential to do damage to the Alice and the Crixie. I agree with the decision. I agree with locking it in, even despite the risks, and they just have to play their own game and count that they can do it better.
Well, we saw Rest in his second match of the group stage, played amazing on the Alice, bumped up his kill participation a little bit closer to what we saw in the Valor series, around that 80% mark. Earlier on, he was around 44, and the team just wasn't finding success. Also on top of that, locking the Moloch, so they have that AoE ultimate to try and zone out the fights during the jungle fights.
And Malik has been so popular. I think he actually has a 100% pick ban rate still in the AWC, which means every single game he has been either picked or banned, he is that good.
Now, TJ, this one's a bit of a toss here because I was not expecting Korea to go for the Scud.
No, but it is an Asian region pick. The Scud is certainly a very powerful character, particularly in the split lane, which is where Korea is looking to excel.
All right, now for North America, how do they respond? You got to get a jungle.
If this Natalia comes through, these are some hidden strats.
Yeah, this would be something else from North America. We got to talk to them briefly after the draw, and they were feeling a little bit uncomfortable. You're going against Korea. They would have loved to go against China. That's the team they found success over during the boot camp, during scrims, but now you go against Korea, where Pew has actually come along to the team and brought a little bit more of that Korean play style over to North America.
For those who don't know, Pew first met members of the North American team when they were playing as Team Liquid at the Asia International Championship last year. He came over as a replacement for Rocker, their old jungler, and has found his place in the team at this World Cup.
All right, Slims gets locked in, but TJ, the Lubu coming out here for North America.
The Natalia was a bait, as I expected. I like the Lubu pickup because he's a very good split lane character. We saw a ton of him in the boot camp, but we've seen much less recently.
Now for Korea, final pick coming up shortly. Need to show their mage. We've been kind of waiting on this here from Hawk has been playing great on the Liliana. Really, what do you want to try and take up into this matchup, TJ?
Well, Hawk plays a little bit of everything. Liliana would be something I'd favor just because, again, they need to get to that backline and find big damage. They could also go for a more static mage, look to combo with the Grak, pull out maybe a Praetor or something like it.
All right.
Oh, that's not a Praetor. That is something like it.
That is not what the Praetor you were thinking about. For Korea, does it get locked in? All right, so first time we're going to see it, TJ.
A Natalia coming through, incredibly high damage mage, not one we've seen so far in competitive play. I think maybe during the very early Valor Series qualifiers I saw it.
Yeah.
That was so long ago though. Natalia is not known in competitive play.
So Korea bringing out some new picks here already into the playoffs. And I was wondering, you know, were they going to try and respect North America, go with some simple comps that worked during the group stage, or try and pull out some new picks? Already starting that up. I'm excited, TJ. It's game one.
Natalia has incredibly high damage burst. The major thing she's going to do as a mage is burn through people who are foolhardy enough to stay still. The problem is she is the ultimate glass cannon. If they can't protect her, things will be bad. I think Korea have played this draft masterfully though, because they looked like a poke/dive comp, mostly focused on landing the Grak hooks and poking the backline with that Violet. Then on the very last pick, the entire purpose of the composition changes for me. Putting Hawk on the Natalia sets them up to pull people in and lock them down, then empty vast reserves of magic damage into those isolated players.
We'll have to see if Sleepy can survive the dive. And a little bit of a change up here from Korea, because this is the first time we're seeing the Grok and the Violet on the same team. Usually they stuck pretty close with that Slims when it was getting picked up. They like that pick combo. I'm interested to see how North America plays, if they're going to play a little bit similar to how they did yesterday during the group stage. Rest looking for the roams, trying to make plays. But let's see. It's going to be game one between North America and Korea. Both teams fighting for their slot into the semifinals and to play at the TCL Chinese Theater next weekend in Hollywood.
North America could go home before they even see that home stage. They're already trading the aggression, though, in the early game.
You see Rush and Sun going up toward the top side. Going to go ahead, take away the Mage Golem, the Sage Golem. But you still see Sleepy just looking to clear out the waves. I want to see where the first action is going to take place here for North America's Rest usually decides to roam in the first 4 to 5 minutes, and then usually Pew will take over the shot calling, because oftentimes when it comes to the early fights, that's where North America excelled during the Valor Series. They looked to end game fast. And Korea, the one time they actually lost during the group stage is when it went to the late game. So this is going to be a tough one for North America no matter what.
The major thing about Natalia, of course, is going to be that ultimate lethal raise. The big thing about, oh my lord, that hook, Pew, already pulled in. Anyway, major thing about Natalia, going to be those lethal rays from the ultimate. That's a beam attack that melts anyone who's locked within it. With the Grak, they have the potential to do that repeatedly.
See whether or not they're going to be able to find the target. Still have J-Jack roaming. This is what he likes to do. Likes to come into the mid lane. And Sleepy, the damage. Where's the hook? It's going to just land short. Unfortunately for Korea, almost first blood going to J-Jack.
Already the arcane rays from Natalia showing off how powerful it is. Let's talk though about the Korean win condition. For me, it's all on their split lane, like they're rotating for right now. Isolate the towers and repeatedly provide pressure while fighting in the middle of the map.
Well, you saw there, Rest wanted to try to re-engage onto that fight, but Hawk decided otherwise. Korea going to go ahead, rotate back up toward this Abyssal Dragon, maybe decide to start it. Rush is there into the river. Pew, though, gets caught out by Chaser. He is going to get collapsed on, though, if he decides to keep going forward. You do see 4 members of Korea coming back down toward this bot lane. A blind hook by J-Jack, hoping Pew would go on over.
That will be a spear throw, continued poke. Oh, though, we talk split lane. Sun presses forward. Oh, no, in mid lane, it's getting worse for North America.
Sleepy got caught out toward the side, and Pew gets dragged right back on in. Double kill coming on down for Hawk at the start of game 1 into the quarterfinals, and Korea might not be done yet.
The power already from the Natalia. There's the arcane rays, doing lethal damage just because of how much burst they're able to apply onto anyone who stands still during a fight. The front line, J-Jack, Chaser, is engaging so hard, specifically so that the backline of Hawk and Rush can dump in damage.
Well, Korea gonna go ahead, start up the Abyssal Dragon even before their first tower, so they're already feeling confident against North America as they're gonna go ahead, secure that at 3 minutes 20 seconds. Now sitting at a 1,300 gold lead, 3 kills onto the board for North America. What do they have to do? What do they need to find here against Korea?
Win the split lanes like KO and Rest are trying to do, and then if you're able to do that, the rest folds through.
We do see there, Rest tried to rotate up toward the top lane, but look at this.
Trap.
This is a little bit of a play actually North America has been running because they like to roam as a unit, try and catch out members coming back toward the mid lane, and Pew gets caught off back by J-Jack, and Hawk is just melting Sleepy and the rest of the crew. Another double kill going on, make it a triple kill for Korea.
Already that combo, Natalia burning in damage to the World Devour, and a kill is found instantly. There is no way to survive that. Here's the replay.
Yeah, you saw J-Jack going on in there with the World Devourer, the combo. Sleepy has no time to even put down the Moonfall, and this is not looking good for North America.
They don't call them lethal rays for nothing.
Jeez.
That Natalia ultimate is a death beam, literally.
Just melts them in the jungle. Now 6 kills on the board, a 3,000 gold lead, and J-Jack wants to keep it going. The Nova didn't land, but the Hook did, and Sleepy gets taken down. Hawk is 6-0.
Hawk is thriving. This is one of the craziest pickups I've ever seen come out and just dominate like this. I don't know if it's that we've all been sleeping on Natalia, or merely that North America didn't expect this to happen.
And North America, you know, they wanted Sleepy to succeed because this was kind of the first time we saw J-Jack once again. Hawk is just melting everyone left and right. MTS has to ult out. But my lord, J-Jack and Hawk as a duo at this point, TJ, this is absolutely disgusting.
Hawk is just power washing these team fights. It's just a hose of high damage waving slowly across the team fight, eradicating anything in its path, and it's set up so often so well by the frontline stuns and slows.
Literally cleaning up North America's hopes, it would seem, at this point. Game 1, this is looking a little bit ugly, and like you mentioned, TJ, that backline punish for Korea, it's already showing. They just ripped through the front line.
Yeah, the key for Korea is to shut down players like Rest, Sleepy, and Pew. If you can get those high damage characters off of the North American side, you know that you absolutely can burn down their team fights. It's only when those high damage characters are able to sit in the back of the fight and provide value for the entirety of them that they succeed.
You saw there the Hook coming back on out. Pew looking for the flying spear is not going to connect. J-Jack has just set up a tent here towards the mid lane. Chaser also looking to invade, even setting up a trap here for MTS if he decides to go up into his jungle.
Oh, I don't think anyone's leaning out into this jungle. It's been well established as Korean territory.
This is Rush's jungle now, stacking up his items. Sleepy wants to try and rotate. Rest is also there, and that was kind of the big thing here for me. If Rest gets caught out early, he kind of loses his impact, because that's where he finds the fights early. Now Pew has to go for the shot calling, but look at this, the tower's going to get taken down. Chaser onto the backline. Pew gets isolated. You can't shot call from the dead, and unfortunately for North America, now their second-tier tower is going to get taken apart.
You may be seeing that Arcane Nova coming through from Hawk. It's so good as a zoning tool. If you touch the giant globe of death, you're stunned, you're slowed, you're out of there.
7,000 gold. Man, you might as well make it 8,000. MTS looking to just clear out the way, but the damage from Hawk, are you serious? That's melting a tank, TJ. North America,
the combo.
triple knockup coming out through 4KO. Sleepy, though, gets obliterated by Korea. That's 12 kills on the board. North America has still yet to find themselves a single kill.
That was the ideal combo. They were able to find a hissy fit into Moonfall. That's what North America are looking for in these fights with this composition, and you could see it was barely denting the Korean side.
Korea looking to make it a perfect game here, possibly in game one, TJ. The morale has to start feeling here towards North America, because this is feeling bad.
No damage to towers, no damage to any of their lives, no abyssal dragons picked up. This is devastating.
Yeah, and Sleepy there, you would hope he was doing 6,500 damage a minute, but right now he might be receiving that much.
That's the stat for his previous performances. On average, that's what he does. Here, I very much doubt that's true, to say the least. Look at his build, only 2.6k individual gold.
Oh, no.
He's just got his Orb of the Magi and boots, nothing else. That's the sign of a mage who's struggling a bit late.
Oh, he got caught out from the side. Korea knew he was there the entire time. Rush gonna take him down. Hawk gonna continue the push in mid lane, but Korea are now looking toward the high ground towers.
They're not just looking, they're taking.
Chaser just knocks that one apart. A hook to rest J-Jack. You can't do that on Twitch. That's just not safe for work at this point. And Sleepy too. What is going on, North America? That's 2 towers down in the base. Exposed core. TJ, I don't know if there's much else.
You can see the North Americans in the bottom left corner.
He goes on for one last stand, but Korea's looking for the kills. They won't even give a kill over to North America.
Perfect
0
game.
to 18, make it a perfect game one.
That was a speed run.
My lord, that was like a 9-minute game.
That was insanely good from Korea, and all off of the back of a previously unheard from strat. They build the entire roster as though their goal is to play poke and shut down the backline. Then at the very last second, you lock in the Natalia and do that.
You see Rest, he's smiling. He's like, guys, we gotta ban Natalia. That is, I don't think we can deal with that. I don't know if North America's ready for it.
I don't think Natalia has ever been played in competitive before, at least not at the high level, and you can see the effect it had here.
11, 0, and 4. I'm afraid to see the damage chart, TJ, because
I want to see it. Show me the damage!
Oh my lord! It's not as high as I was expecting, but still a large part of Korea's damage.
But you know what's really interesting? I'm very impressed by how well they shut down Pew. That man Pew and actually Sleepy as well, they normally are such leaders for their team. Here they were completely demolished because they were the primary focuses. It wasn't how we expected it to happen though. The vast majority of the kills onto them came by virtue of this combo, J-Jack into Hawk.
Yeah, you saw J-Jack often hitting the hooks on Pew once, twice. I think there was at least 4 times he caught him out, and that combo with Hawk
was beautiful.
That was disgusting.
Beautiful. You can't have any better arena of valor than that. Power washing North America. I stand by the analogy.
Look at that, yet another kill. Sleepy even trying to use the Moonfall there. This looked like the fight for him, but already the Moonfall was gone, and Chaser just dived onto Sleepy, and just the map awareness from Korea.
There.
I believe KO
I think that
actually
was speculative.
No, I think KO ended up walking into the brush because Korea was there for a solid 20 seconds. But still.
Yeah, either way, I mean, at that point, it didn't matter. 18 kills to 0, 8 towers to 0. A perfect game for Korea. They come out swinging. The smiles are all over their faces.
You can see Korea's side lit up like a Christmas tree, and that game time, TJ. I said early fights for North America, but man, I wasn't expecting that game time.
Your Christmas trees, I take it, are normally drenched in blood, mounted with the stuffed heads of dead eagles.
Oh my goodness. Okay, TJ.
That was
That's a little
devastating.
graphic. I understand.